Uh,
Yeah. It's it's a day
yeah,
of note.
yeah, it's definitely a day of note. The At the end of season one, like season one ends with them getting to the end of a mass casualty, mass shooting event that they were the trauma center for. Um, and there was a couple of things you're like, oh yeah, that was predictable. Okay, but then they're in the middle of this mass casualty event. They run out of blood, so they're having blood flown in by helicopter. And Athena and I were both like, "This is only season one. There cannot be a helicopter crash in this show yet." Because
Was there?
no, there was not. But ER was famous for having not
Yeah.
one but two helicopter crashes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the guy got his arm cut off, remember?
Correct.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
like the asshole surgeon and lost his
Yep.
arm.
They are doing this is also a teaching hospital, so it does have kind of that like Scrubs kind of angle to some of the stuff, which I really appreciate, because I love Scrubs.
Have you watched the new
I watched the new season. Yes, I did.
I didn't get into it yet.
Okay, so if you are in it for the laughs, and you're in it to just, you're gonna get to go hang out with some people that if you were like Athena and I, we watched Scrubs when it was live. Well, when we had cable while it was live.
Yeah.
A friend of ours was recording them on VHS so that we could watch them when we didn't have cable. If you're in it to kind of get that nostalgia feel from that and kind of see like, some okay news stories, it's totally worth it.
I
Don't expect it to be something it's not, though.
My favorite episode of Scrubs was the one where Dr. Cox put all the donor organs into all the people and didn't realize the lady had rabies, and like all four of
Yes.
those people died, and he became
Yes.
like inconsolable and a drunk and shit.
Yep.
And when JD goes to his house and says, "I'm proud of you. I want to be like you, because if you've done this for 20 years and it still hits you this hard, that's the kind of doctor I want to be." And I'm like, just their relationship through the entire series, and then they're in the bar and he just walks up and just says thank you. I mean, I'm reciting it. I got tears kind of welling in my eyes, because that was the show for me.
Yes.
That explained every joke, every jibe, every calling him by a girl name, everything.
And Dr. Cox is, I don't want to say he's a main character, but he is part of the new season. And
he's just a good person.
John C. McGinley is hands down one of my favorite people to be acting in our lifetime.
It was a small role, but an important role.
Yeah, it is.
I imagine it'll play an equally important role when they make more.
Yes, they are filming.
Oh, I thought of my second favorite scene in that, and that's totally different vibe. But after Turk and I can't remember the nurse's name have a kid, and Dr. Cox and his lady have a kid, and they're talking to JD about having kids or something. And he says, "I've seen the Wiggles in concert twice," and the Turk's like, "Did they sing Big Red Car?" And he goes, "They opened with it and closed with it. It was awesome."
Nice.
I'm like, fuck, that was me. That was, I mean, you know how many times I watched the fucking Wiggles? I still know the songs.
I am so very thankful that my children were not Wiggles fans. So very thankful.
My daughters loved them, so.
I lucked out.
And honestly, for what they are, I mean, they're the Australian Mr. Rogers. I mean,
yeah, Yeah.
And I'm absolutely fine with it. They're Bluey
Yeah.
before Bluey.
I am so very lucky and blessed that my children were at that age, at that young age. They were Blue's Clues, Dora the Explorer, Go Diego Go kids.
Okay.
I like. Don't get me wrong. Dora irritated the shit out of me.
Oh, I can't imagine why.
But Dora was not nearly as bad as. So Deck was a Teletubbies kid.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with him.
I mean,
So much makes sense now. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a huge Teletubbies kid.
Okay. Holy shit.
Yeah.
See, there are cartoons that the girls watched when they were little that they don't remember, but me and Karen remember, and we were like, "You don't remember? It was so good!" Like, I think it was on Disney or Nickelodeon, one of the two, because those were the big ones. Stanley and the Big Book of Everything.
I don't
It
know
was
that
a
one.
very simply drawn character and stuff, but his grandpa gave him basically this encyclopedia that's kind of like homemade and full of like photographs and stuff of animals, and his little goldfish would like take on the shape of a tiger, and that episode he'd learn about tigers, and it was because it was all in the Big Book of Everything.
Sure.
But yeah, it was super cute and totally engaging, and I'm not ashamed to say I learned some shit watching that. So
Nice. Hey, I mean, to this day I credit my children's acumen to letting them watch as much Blue's Clues as they fucking wanted. Because, I mean, the stories are legendary of Aiden just pointing out parallelograms all over town.
Yeah.
At 2 and 3 years old, because that was his favorite episode of Blue's Clues for a while.
Well, I just saw, was it San Diego Comic Con that Steve, was that his name? The original host?
Yep.
He was there. And there was a panel, and people in the audience are like, "You don't know how much you mean to me," and I'm so excited to see. And he's just up there, like, kind of shocked, like I didn't realize anybody would come to this or it would, would care, especially at Comic Con. Who cares about Blue's
That's
Clues?
what.
But no,
Yeah,
no.
So I'm not ashamed to say that I follow Steve on social.
Okay.
He's talked about that. And what was so surprising and so shocking to him was the fact that it was a panel at Comic-Con, and so many people showed up at Comic-Con to see Steve from Blue's Clues. Like,
See,
he's really struggling to figure that out.
People think they know what Comic Con is, and Comic Con is basically just an open license to come and celebrate whatever it is you fucking love. And if you're there to see the fucking, what is it, Dark Knight Beyond, or whatever the extreme Batman is with the axe, you're standing in line all day to see the artist of that. The next line you go get in might be the one for Steve.
Yep.
Those exist in the same fan.
Absolutely.
Or could.
Yeah.
I think that's the magic of geekdom, is no one will shame you for the thing you're into. I mean,
absolutely,
for the longest time, my daughter loved The Miraculous Ladybug.
I've heard of it, but I can't place it right now.
It's like a French cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she was obsessed with it. She loved that thing, and we did books at work for it, and I snagged her a few. And she was in college, and
Right.
she was watching it, and I'm like, I don't care. She goes, I know you're gonna make fun of me, but can you get me something? I'm like, I'm not gonna. I'll never make fun of you. You know who I
Right.
am. You know the shit I love.
Right.
You've
Like,
watched me cry watching How to Train Your Dragon. You know who I am.
I love that you're just like, you've watched me cry while watching this show that actually makes a lot of people cry.
I'm talking the first one. No one dies.
I thought you were talking about the show.
Oh no, I'm talking the movie, the first movie.
Oh.
There's two distinct parts of that movie that bring tears to my eyes. And
Huh.
one is super stupid. But one is when
Yeah,
the
man.
ships like all sail away and
Yeah.
Astrid is kind of grilling him. She's like, why didn't you get it? He goes, I don't know, I wouldn't kill. And she goes, you said you wouldn't that time. And she goes, why is this so important to you? And she says, because I want to hear what you say right now. That part just tears me up. I don't know what it is, but it's like her throwing it in his face and him kind of seeing it through her eyes that he's not broken. He has an answer. And then the other one is the stupidest. When they're fighting a big monster and she falls off her dragon and Toothless and him go and they catch her and he looks down and she's hanging there upside down. And they fly off, they flip her around, stand her on her feet. Toothless turns around, goes back, and the camera like pans into her face, and she says, "Go." That part just gives me chills. I have no idea why. It's dumb, but I don't know. That seems like that's the moment it becomes a fight.
Yeah.
That's the moment that Toothless and Hiccup are basically, they don't know if they're coming back from that.
Yeah. That's fair.
No. I respect cartoons too much to make fun of what anyone likes. Except for Teletubbies. I'm sorry, there's no excuse for that.
Listen, man, I that was not my call.
Him and I will have words. No.
I did not have custody of him when he was a Teletubbies fan.
You know, the thing that creeps me out is that baby that's in the sun is like 30 years old now.
Oh my God, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well,
Fuck, we went and got old.
How old is Deck?
29?
Yeah, that baby's late 20s.
Shit, yeah. Makes sense.
But it's just creepy to think, is it still in the sun? The more I see previews for that end of Oak Street, the more I want to go see it.
I don't know what to think of that.
Did you watch La Brea? It was on NBC, and I think it was on Netflix also.
I am familiar with it. I thought it looked really dumb, so I didn't.
The premise is kind of dumb, but the character struggles, kind of like Lost, kind of like, okay, we're stuck here, we got no food, let's get along, kind of thing. Was the compelling part of it, and there was dinosaurs and prehistoric wolves and all that kind of shit. But this one looks kind of like that crossed with Land of the Lost. It's like instead of going on a rafting trip and ending up in another dimension, your whole neighborhood just fell through time and ended up in prehistoric times. I mean, if I had to be stuck in prehistoric times, I'd at least want to go and at least take my house. At least I have shelter of some sort.
Yeah, I guess, that would make things a little easier to deal with. I could see that.
But, I don't know. It looks decent, and if they have it here in Ashland, I'll go see it.
Okay.
Fuck. But that's not till next week.
Yeah. The last non we'll say superhero or established sci-fi IP that I went to see in a theater, I ended up being slightly disappointed by. So
We went and seen. Karen wanted to see it. That Kevin James movie. I think it was Amore, where he goes to Italy to get married, and his wife leaves him at the altar, and he ends up
no.
falling for. It was a rom-com. It was okay, but she, I guess, had tickets to go see him do stand-up with, and I'm like, he's not a stand-up comedian. I don't want to go. And she said, "Oh, I thought it would be funnier. I thought he was a." She thought he was like Jack Black or something. I guess she didn't even know who Kevin James was.
Right.
But no, that was okay. It wasn't something I would have chose to go to, but
yeah, the last original idea that I went to see in the theaters was Send Help.
I keep seeing that was on Hulu or something, right?
It's
Recently.
it's now on streaming.
Was it good? I can't bring myself to watch it because it just seems, I don't know.
The
It seems like I know where it's going, and I don't really want to go
no,
there.
I assure you, you may guess some of the twists, but
I
you
don't want to
won't
watch
guess all
somebody
of them.
torture somebody else. That's basically what it comes down to.
There's not a whole lot of that. It is not torture porn. It's not Saw.
Okay.
It is Castaway meets Misery.
Interesting.
Hold on one sec.
Oh. I should be drawing rather than goofing around on my phone. Since he said something last week before, I installed a Snap on my phone, and after a week or two, to the point where I could take it or leave it again.
Yeah. The new season pass card is actually a lot of fun, which is frustrating because the game is at a state right now where I'm just irritated with a lot of it. But holy shit, the quick draw mechanics and the Thanos fractured outlaw, whatever, like it's a fun mechanic that they've built.
Yeah, there's a bunch of new mechanics that I don't understand, like zombies and horde and all that shit.
Oh, dude, Horde is a lot of fun. So when you play your first Horde card, it creates a zombie horde in a location not the one that you played the Horde card in, and it hordes and gives power equal to the Horde power. Then there are other cards that kind of
like the number of hordes you have in play and all that kind of crap, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Zombie Scarlet Witch.
I got zombie Giant Man, I think.
Oh, once you have the rest of the Horde cards, Zombie Giant Man is a game winner.
I've gotten a bunch of new cards, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I just do create me a deck, and then I look at the deck and I
Right.
try to figure out what it's trying to do.
Right.
And then I try to see if there's anything I can do better with it.
Yeah. The new Thanos card, he's a 5/8. He gives all of. Okay, so he loads an Infinity Shot at the beginning of the game. We'll get to infinity shots here in a second. And then he gives all of the rest of your cards quick draw, load another infinity shot. You can have, you guessed it, 6 infinity shots. And quick draw means that you drew the card the turn you played it.
Okay.
So if you play Quicksilver and you play, well, if you put Quicksilver in your deck and you play him turn 1, you have quick drawed on turn 1. Same with Domino on turn 2, and on and on and on. So the infinity shots all do something similar to what the Infinity Stones do, but different. One of them gives him power. One of them draws cards. One of them reduces the cost of cards in your hand. One of them copies your lowest power card at this location that is not Thanos. One of them destroys an enemy card at this location. It very fun. It probably gets me a little because the Fractured Frontier theme that they're doing feels kind of like Deadlands meets Marvel.
Okay.
But it's a lot of fun to play. I would not say that I have a good Fractured Frontier Thanos deck, but I'm into the 80s now, and I'm not mad. I'm having a good time. My favorite deck and what I'll use to probably get to infinite this month again is a Zombie Galacti deck, or Galacti, however you pronounce it.
Okay.
But that zombie card does not work on Horde the way the rest of them. So Zombie Galacti is a 7-cost, 5-power card. At the beginning of the game, Zombie Galacti chooses 6 characters in your deck. When you reveal Zombie Galacti, you transform those cards into copies of Zombie Galacti, including Zombie Galacti's power. So the whole goal
is 6 more.
Yes. So the goal is to pump your Zombie Galacti's power.
Okay.
And then you on reveal and you just win locations because you dropped like a 30 power card that turned somewhere between 3 and 6 other cards that you have in play into 30 power cards. .30 is not even like my best power output. But to get that, I needed to have 2 locations in play. I needed to have Kamar-Taj, which makes all your on reveals happen twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nidavellir, that gives everything plus 5 power.
Mm-hmm.
So I played a character called Maverick onto Nidavellir. Maverick has an activate ability that you give another card in play your Maverick's power. Okay? So I had to have him in play. On turn 5, Magic was played on the 3rd location. So it's Kamar-Taj, Limbo, Nidavellir. So Maverick is on Nidavellir, so he's got 7 power that he's going to be giving to my next card, or to the card that I activate him to play. So on turn 5, I played Shuri. On turn 6, I played a new card called Stick.
Okay.
Stick has an on reveal. He's very much like Maverick, but Stick on reveal give your next card Stick's power. So I played Shuri on turn 5. On turn 6, I activate Maverick. I play Stick. Stick goes from 3 to 6 to 12 because he was on Kamartaj Shuri double power twice. And then so 12 plus the 7 from Maverick makes 19. So 19 plus 19 is 38. And then I just on turn 7 I just played Zombie Galacti and it was 43 power.
Interesting.
That's been my biggest Zombie Galacti so far. And the game shows you like as you draw the cards, like they're marked so you know which characters are going to turn into Zombie Galacti.
They're marked in your hand?
Yeah, they're marked in your hand. They're marked on the table. Your opponent can see what cards are going to turn into Zombie Galacti.
Oh.
They can either stop it or they can't. Currently, Zombie Galacti, according to all the algorithm, aggregation sites that they have, Zombie Galacti has the highest win rate of any card in the game when played. Clocking in at like 76%.
So that won't last.
I mean, it's been around for almost a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, so the key thing there is when played. Because you're either going to have to do something to reduce Zombie Galacti's cost, get to turn 7, or
What's
have
his
enough
cost?
7.
Oh.
Like, getting Zombie Galacti into play is not... It's not hard, but you did some things to ensure that you were going to get there.
So meta is people run some location
Cosmo.
destruction or
Yeah,
Cosmo or
Scarlet Witch, Cosmo, stuff like that. Yeah. And sometimes it works and sometimes they don't. And that's okay. If somebody is able to pull off the Zombie Galacti thing, like I always enjoy when I'm playing the deck and I see a mirror matchup. Because number one, it's only a mirror matchup in the sense that we are both playing ZG decks, but we never really have the same strategy. My strategy is a lot different than what other people are trying to do with it. But it's a fun deck. It's a
That's
good
something
time.
I noticed just in a few I've played. I mean, I don't play a lot. I play a couple games here and there, but it's if I switch decks because I wasn't having any luck with Kazar or something, I'll switch to I don't know, destruction or discard, and the first person I play is also playing discard or destruction. And I'm like,
Yep.
fuck, this is still a problem.
Yep. They keep saying that they do not have anything in the algorithm to curate the types of decks that you're playing, and I still 100% do not fucking believe them.
Yeah, they don't understand their algorithm.
Oh no, they understand it just fine. They just aren't going to admit that they're doing that kind of shit. They much like they won't admit that they knew ahead of time that they were going to get fucking yeeted off of the U.S. They just didn't believe that the ban would actually happen.
Yeeted off the U.S.
So last year, no, it was last year, I think. The TikTok ban.
TikTok, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they adamantly to this day still are trying to get people to believe they had no idea that was coming. The only way that they did not know that this was coming is if they didn't want to know. I mean, I, a layman, was able to read the order and look at their ownership group and confirm, yeah, everything about this says you're getting kicked. And I am not a lawyer. I do not give legal advice. Much like when I'm at work, I'm not a fucking accountant.
Mm.
But I can read.
Yeah.
Everything about that agreement or order or law or whatever you want to call it, whatever your word salad choice is, pointed to, yeah, man, under the current state of the law, you're getting shut down in the U.S. What do I know? Anyway.
So all of Ohio is rising up against Buc-ee's to keep Beaver Creek Mini Mart in business.
Not everybody.
Yeah. I think it's
Mansfield
pretty
is
shitty that Buc-ee's does this wherever they go.
Oh, absolutely. It's fucking shitty as hell.
It shouldn't be
Um,
allowed. I mean, fuck you.
yeah,
Go back to Texas. We don't need you.
Oh, dude, the city of Mansfield
Karen and her
is
friends is like an amusement park, and like it's a fucking
Mhm.
gas station.
the city of Mansfield and some mouth breathing troglodytes here. Just think that Buc-ee's coming to 71 and 39 is like the fucking rapture.
The end of the world, or
No,
the,
they're gonna get sucked off to heaven.
oh.
This is just like the most amazing thing that could ever happen to Mansfield. Like, yeah, sure. I mean,
Well, it's pretty big for 39 because what else is there?
yeah,
Right.
nothing. There is nothing
Yes.
there. It is wholly undeveloped.
It's gonna be huge for 39. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, and eventually,
13 is Walmart, right?
yes,
Or 96.
eventually
No, 13, yeah.
there'll be some tax something from it, but it's going to be a while because Mansfield did what Mansfield does and gave them a big old tax abatement on it.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Why not make rich people richer at the expense of people who don't have it to give?
Yep. But hey, man, that's the American way. You know this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really care about Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I could give a shit. You know, it's just fucking store. Yeah.
Right. It's a gas station. It's a store. Like, yeah, sure. I'm sure it's really cool. I'm sure their brisket is great. Whatever. I just like, sure, I'll probably go once and check it out and see what all the hubbub is about. And I will be just as whelmed by it as I was by Quick Trip in Wisconsin. And fuck, I can't even remember the name of the thing that I went to in Illinois that everybody, like, it was their version of like Friendship Kitchen Sheets kind of thing. Like, yeah, sure, it was cool, whatever. I'm not mad that I was there, just I
Big
did
fucking
not
deal.
get the hype. Yeah, I did not get the hype. So far, Friendship Kitchen is my favorite of the new wave of big gas stations. Mainly because they've got great chicken and they've got good prices on things. And they seem to pay a decent wage. I can't confirm that for sure, but they seem to pay a decent wage. And the store is, I mean, Jeff, I think you go there more than I do, but the store always seems to be in okay shape, right?
Yeah, I go there fairly regularly. They, yeah, it is always in great shape.
Yeah, like good. That that ticks off all the boxes that I need out of a gas. the fact that they sell chicken that I enjoy more than KFC, that's really just a bonus.
It is good chicken.
They do also right now have, at least last time I checked, the best gas price in town. Earlier this week, it was better than the Sam's Club price on gas, which is saying something because Sam's has been fucking 30 to 40 cents cheaper than everybody since we started bombing people that don't look like us.
Well, how far back you gonna go?
Just this year. Just the current spate of bombing people that don't look like us.
Okay.
Are you referring to one of our many wars with Iran?
I don't know what you're talking about. We're not at war with Iran.
I saw.
Not currently, but we could be tomorrow.
I saw
Sure.
Trump gave them their. This is your fourth last chance.
Oh, whatever. He's gonna suck their dick.
Mm-hmm. After he broke the deal that was already there because it had Obama's name on it.
Yep.
Now, I saw somebody post something. It was a picture of, I think, Franklin's on Benjamin Franklin's on what, the 100 or the 50?
Franklin's on the 50. Because
And it
it's
was a
all
picture
about
of-
the Benjamin.
Okay. Well, I thought that was 100, so I
Correct.
thought Grant was 50. I can't remember. I don't see him often enough. Anyways,
I don't pay.
it was a picture
I
of Benjamin
tell you.
Franklin bill, whichever one it is, and it had Donald Trump's signature on it. And underneath it, it says, "The greatest president ever." And I'm like, this has to be fake. If this must be fake. This cannot be real.
Changing currency for more than like updating the Secretary of the Treasury's signature on paper money would take an act of Congress.
Oh, okay. If I ever see a bill that had that.
I'm not saying that there hasn't been an act of Congress, because Lord knows there could have been, and I just didn't fucking pay attention. But yeah, especially with paper currency, that would have to be authorized by Congress.
Treasury announces Donald J. Trump's signature to appear on future U.S. paper currency.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing.
U.S. Department of Treasury.
Jesus fucking Christ. I hate this world.
It better just say President of the United States underneath it.
I too sometimes question this timeline.
I just... all the stupidity. It's okay. I at least can say that at this point in time, the Ohio governor's race is far closer than I think anybody thought it was. I'm not saying that I think Acton's going to win, because Lord knows we will find a way to fucking...
to pick the wrong person?
Every
fail
fucking
at
time.
Yeah.
Well,
we will find a way to fail.
I love the commercials that say she's not qualified to make medical decisions, about masks and stuff. And then they have Robert Kennedy Jr. here.
Well,
wait,
thing
what?
that...
What'd you say? What?
There's an ad going on. Her knowledge was described as insufficient to
Yeah.
Right. But what they don't tell you in that commercial is
It wasn't
who
her
who
knowledge.
said that. No. There was a complaint made to the Ohio Board of Health that her medical knowledge was insufficient. It was a complaint. Anybody can complain about a medical. It was not a fact finding. It was not some
assessment.
Yeah, it was a complaint made. That's it. And generally those complaints are not public record. So please tell me more about how you found out that someone complained and called her medical knowledge insufficient. I would love to hear this story.
I would imagine they made the complaint.
What? Surely a Republican wouldn't do something so underhanded.
That's not underhanded. Complaining is absolutely in the playbook.
Well, sure, it's in the
American
playbook.
thing you can do.
Sure. But then using that to frame it so that it sounds like something else, that's the Republican play.
So how's the strip doing this week? You said we're up at 28
pretty,
or what?
Yeah, we're pretty average. We're just we crested 30 today, which is the average.
I think it's the creepy chick babies that is turning people off. They're pretty creepy looking.
Turning people off?
Yeah.
Sir, we are having a very average week. I don't know why that's a problem.
You do know this strip is just another subtle jab at Lord of the Rings, right?
I do.
Okay.
I got that.
I try. It's an opportunity to make fun of classic literature.
I went out of my way to make an Uber joke instead of a Lord of the Rings joke.
You are czar of the strip titles. I will never question your choices. I may laugh, I may groan, but I will never question them.
Man.
I honestly, sometimes you take a completely different take than I was intending, and that surprises me because I thought I was being like totally blatant, like this is what I meant, and you're like, the title totally goes a different direction, and I'm like,
so sometimes
that does work.
Sometimes that is on purpose.
Okay.
Sometimes I try to not do the on the nose, and sometimes I do. It depends on, like, because I sit here with my laptop and I get the strip to size, and now that I'm fairly confident I could teach everyone to upload a strip to Foolish Media in 5 minutes now. The fucking carousel and everything I did with that, like, it made that part of the job so much easier.
Cool.
Now I'm fighting.
I was saying to Karen, I go, I need to like go over there some Sunday and like see what it is he goes through to put this shit up, because he's not always going to be able to do this, and maybe I need to learn how to do it myself.
Yeah. The hardest part, honestly, is naming the strip. That's the part I spend the most time on. I've got a Notepad plus.
You got all through the proofing process to think about it.
Yeah. I think about it all day. I kind of bounce some ideas off. I have a Notepad open where I build the Reddit strip title and blurb for the various subreddits.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's required for one, so I just make it required for all. Because I'm not out here trying to make my job any harder than it needs to be. So, I'm bouncing some ideas off. I'm checking, like, how does it land? How does it look? I say it out loud a couple of times.
There's no schoolyard, gay Ray kind of name calling
Right.
going on, huh?
Right. Like I'm checking to make sure like there's not going to be some unintended negative thing with the title, and also just make sure that it's not going to like trip somebody up. I spent a lot of time going over takeout, not taxi.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to fit. And I actually did something I don't normally do. I got a second opinion on titles this week.
Oh.
I presented 3 titles, and I was told that Takeout Not Taxi was the most attention grabbing of the 3.
Okay.
So
Quickest to your point.
yes.
Like, okay, I know what he's trying to say here.
Yes. So yeah, it's I work through that. I build the strip. I tell you what, man. Now that I've got the comic carousel. I need to finish up what I have everything ready and bundled so that I could give it to someone else and they could load it on their website in their WordPress install. The one thing I have to do yet, I'm required to put together a visual how-to.
Okay.
It's not that that's hard. It's not like at all.
It's a series of screenshots and
screenshots and arrows and shaders and yeah. And I'm just like, I have to do this all day long at work. I fucking hate this.
Yeah. I hate when I have to do. We have, what are they called? Added value things that we do on the back of some coloring books, like cut this out and make a bracelet, or cut these out and you can a memory game, or a puzzle, or like a do not disturb sign for your bedroom door kind of thing. But writing out the instructions for those are kind of annoying, and some, if we get really intricate, like there was one where it folded up into a 3-dimensional, like kind of it looked like a dodecahedron kind of pumpkin.
Okay.
So we had to do in Illustrator like a kind of step-by-step cut here, fold here, tab, glue these together. And that was kind of an intricate device they were making. So the instructions had to fit on the page with the thing you're going to cut out.
Right.
And not in a place you're going to cut through, so you can still read it once you have it removed from the cover. That's something not every designer has thought of. But when I pointed it out, Whitney was really upset. Actually, I don't think it was Whitney. But
I get that totally.
Yeah, because nothing ruins your day than working hours on something and then realizing you have to start over, or you have to freaking edit it all.
Yep. I've been. We have a report at work that I would say, of all the reports that we've built, this probably gets used the most. And the frustrating part of it, if you haven't worked there for several years, looking at dealing with digesting the data in this report, it reads like 1950s stereo instructions translated into hieroglyphics.
Oh, speaking of hieroglyphics, I downloaded a new font for the strip.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate you. I'm gonna ban you from Reddit.
What?
What? I know exactly why you did that, sir.
I know.
But so I've been working on we'll call it the version 2 of this report, and man, let me tell you, I am ready to never have to deal with this many departments again, because that's the other thing. Like this report is used by people in operations, in SNOP, in quality, in technical, in finance. Like everybody uses this fucking thing. So if you're going to make changes to it, everybody's got to sign off on it.
Seems only reasonable.
Right. Trying to get two fucking people to agree on the same thing. Because we have two systems at work, some of our locations are stored as an integer value, and some of them are just like a string of characters that represents the field. It's alphanumeric.
Airport codes.
Yeah. Some of them are airport codes. Some of them are United States zip codes, is the difference. Now, the United States zip code form also has like a human readable to it. One department wants to see that integer. The other department wants to see the human readable version.
Okay. How special for you?
Yeah. I'm now looking at trying to figure out user-based permissions and user-based scripting for a fucking report.
Have you-
you want to read something like this, but I'm doing it like this, so guess what your day involves?
Uh-huh.
Learning something new.
Yeah. What are you going to say, Jeff?
Honestly, never mind.
Okay.
Nah.
But you have a voice. Your point is valid. I hear you.
Yeah, no, this was dumb,
Indeed.
so I'm good.
Come on,
Okay.
then we definitely need to hear it.
Right?
Dumb is the only joy we have.
Kind of feels that way sometimes.
Oy.
Well, I found some extra joy this week.
Tell us.
After spending enough time at the clinic that that the fucking lab that they've started making the "I'm gonna put you to work" jokes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I got sent home yesterday.
From work?
No, from the fucking lab.
Because they
Oh.
didn't need to do any extra shit. Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
didn't,
right. Yes.
It was good to go.
because
Yeah.
I didn't have to get blood. So after getting 10 units in 4 weeks, the first time I went in, and like the normal practice was they would do blood work, and then I would have them, because I would always operate under the belief that I was not going to need blood. So no, you don't need to start the IV now. You'll start that only if we need to. And every time they needed to, and so I end up getting poked in both fucking arms.
Mm-hmm.
And then because of the way they're doing it, my arms bruise, and so now I look like a fucking psychopath because I'm wearing sweatshirts more than normal in the summer. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you already know you're going to see me in a long sleeve shirt more than you see most people. But
Correct.
now it's like almost all the fucking time because I don't want to look like I have fucking track marks at work.
Sure. Makes sense.
Or because for 2 consecutive weeks, the attempt to start an IV blew out, and so I ended up with just big nasty bruises on my fucking forearms.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, well, I can't be showing that shit either. So
Yeah. Yeah. Someone probably frown on that.
so this week I had finally resigned myself to fate. We finally set up these appointments where I'm going in twice a week. I got it all worked out with my employer. So I'm now off on Tuesdays and Fridays because I fully expect to spend all day receiving blood. And so this time I finally, when it was time, was like, do you want to just do the poke or do you want to start an IV? And I was like, you know what? Go ahead, start the IV. Because I had accepted that I was going to be getting at least 1 unit because that's how it's been every time I've gone in.
Yeah.
Recently, and it's fucking depressing, and it is what it is in that regard. But so I was fully expecting that I'm going to be there 4 to 5 hours, maybe 8.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how terrible my numbers are. And so they get the IV started, and then the one nurse comes back, and she's like, well, I guess I'm going to be sending you home. I'm like, what? She's like, 9.3. And I was like, surely you're looking at someone else's results. It's like, those cannot possibly be mine. She's like,
That's
nope.
your average when you go and they need to give you blood?
She's like, no, I double checked because I thought it seemed high too. Because like the past couple times when I've gone in, my hemoglobin has been running at 6.2.
That's a little light.
What's
It's
normal?
12 to 15. Is typically
Alright.
considered to be good normal.
Yeah.
10 to 12 is like borderline to now you're starting to have an anemia issue. But the general practice, the clinic that I'm going to, they're able to use slightly different guidelines than the hospital proper for when they give out units. So their threshold is a little bit higher than the ER's. Which just works in my favor. But so typically, so they have ran through all the numbers with me and have told me the different thresholds and what I'm going to get at those. And if I'm coming in below 8, I'm getting at least a unit, probably 2. And then, but it really depends on where it is. People start to panic when it gets down around 6 because when it gets down around 5 and lower, you start running the risk of heart issues.
Correct.
So getting a week off was a delight.
Kinda. Well, it wasn't a week off. I still have to go Friday.
Okay.
But it's at least
Skipping a visit. How's that?
But
yeah.
it was like I showed up back home by 10 a.m. and people are like, what are you doing home? Like everyone was confused why I was back. And it's like, I put it in the family chat. Like I was fucking excited.
Sure.
I got done in there and I texted it. I put a text in 2 different group chats because I was excited about it because it was a big deal to me. And
It's a huge deal.
it's like this never happens. And I also cannot remember the last time it was that good.
Yeah, I mean, I have not had the same level of anemia issues that you have had. But I've had some of them, and dude, that getting that off, getting that handled like that had to feel like just such a fucking win.
Well, it's fucking stupid because like all of the like medical testing and results that we're getting aren't showing anything. I got another letter from my new GI doctor today that said the pill cam showed nothing, which was fucking great. So now all of the testing has showed absolutely nothing. The difference is the things that have changed have been conscious efforts on my part. I've started paying attention to very specific stomach pains, and I don't know how else to describe that. Um, like it hurts, but it hurts a very specific way every time. Like it's in the exact same spot. It's got the same kind of an almost burning quality to it. So it's like it's a special pain, and I know this pain. I recognize this pain. But I've started trying to, I don't want to say appease it, but I've started trying to self-medicate.
With
French fries?
okay,
Okay, stick with me now.
This sounds like Robert Kennedy Jr. diagnosis here.
this
Explain.
Stick with
yes, please.
stick with me now. Okay, so
Oh, I'm sticking with you.
all right. So you and I we have talked, and you and I like while we have a lot of like our stuff overlaps, we talked about this. I don't know if it was last week or the week before when we were talking about our medications. It's like we were,
Hmm.
we run down the list and it's like, yep, I'm on that. Yep, I'm on that. Yep, I'm on that. And then there comes a point where they diverge because you've
Yes.
got your specificity and I've got mine, and mine is acid related.
Yes.
So I know that most of my issues are acid related, and reflux related.
Okay.
So I have I started experimenting with like starchy foods,
Okay.
carby foods, stuff that might help suck up some of the acid.
Seems reasonable.
This
There's
sounds
there's
based in real thought.
there's a logic to this, and
Yeah.
I have been paying attention to what I have been consuming when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have something carby now to see if that has an impact on this pain. And I've been experimenting with stuff, and I have found a variety of things that work. But one thing that I have found, and it just happens to be a food that I really like. There are these. It's one of the fucking store brands at Kroger.
Okay.
Garlic pepper fries.
Hmm.
They are fucking magical. I make them in the air fryer, so they're not super greasy.
Okay.
And it's like if I make a little pile of those, my tummy ache goes away every time.
Interesting.
And I've been able to like try some other stuff. I can get roughly the same effect with a handful of pretzels.
Interesting.
So I
Like
have
swallowing a sponge.
that's pretty much it. And so I've started experimenting with those things. I have also there's one of the medications there's a medication I've been taking for I've got a recurrent pinched nerve in my neck. So I take a muscle relaxer for that when I go to bed at night. The problem is that muscle relaxer, I believe, has been contributing to a bunch of my issues in unexpected yet not surprising ways.
Okay.
Sphincter is a muscle.
It is. Yes.
Your body has a whole bunch of sphincters.
Dozen, I believe.
Right. But like
They're kind of crucial to yeah.
But those are the things that
Function.
like they keep stuff where it's like they separate chambers, keep things from flowing into places it's not supposed to go.
Things from dropping into your shorts. Yeah.
Right. The days I grow a tail.
Got a 9-inch grip on, or 8-inch grip on a 9-inch turd. Yeah.
It's just a prolapse in judgment. I have to be able to joke about it, otherwise it would drive me absolutely insane.
I agree.
And some, the worst thing is when I work an 8-hour shift, because if I'm on my feet for 8 hours, it's going to cause problems at some point.
Absolutely, yes.
I can guarantee you at least one point through the day, I'm going to start freaking out because I think my butthole's falling out.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to quietly try and figure out how I'm going to deal with this without anybody knowing what's going on. But at the same time, everyone is staring at me. Also, no one is looking at me at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I started to think about it, and so I stopped taking that muscle relaxer at night.
Interesting.
And I stopped taking that muscle relaxer at night last week.
Oh. And you're thinking that had some of this.
Well, I already know that it has had an impact on the asshole falling out situation, because I've had 3 work days since then. And while, yes, there have still been some concerning moments, significantly less.
That's awesome.
I kind of came to the same discovery along those trial and experiment kind of nature. I would wake up and my throat would burn, and I'd cough for like the first, I don't know, half hour of the day. And I kind of discovered if I take one of these, they're kind of different fruit flavored, but Tums tablets before I go to bed, I don't wake up with that. I think it's like reflux in the middle of the night, just burning the back of my throat.
Could be, yeah. I mean, after my last scope stuff, because they finally did a upper scope, and learning that my sphincter, my LES sphincter is basically it doesn't work at all. I've cured a lot of my nausea just because now I know, hey buddy, don't lean back too much after, like, if you've got stuff in the tum, because my lower esophageal sphincter just doesn't really close well.
Same deal. Sleeping on my left side because the esophagus goes down and it connects on the left side to the top of your stomach.
Hmm.
So you lay on your left side, anything in your stomach is kind of laying against that opening, and if you have reflux, that opening ain't that strong, and now it's laying in your esophagus.
Hmm.
So trying to
Where
sleep on my right side just to let gravity do the work is a conscious decision.
yeah,
Because none of the tests have found anything, though, it does mean I have more tests coming up.
that is unfortunate.
Well, at least now you're starting. I mean, not to sound too funny, but you're starting to study for them. I mean, you're seeing patterns and uh, cause and effects kind of thing. That's gotta at least share that information with the doc and
Well, by them saying,
better
by
judge
them,
what tests need.
I mean, to some degree, them saying, okay, well, it's not this, and it's not this, and it's not this, lets me go, okay, so then the thing that's going on with my stomach can't possibly be what I thought it was, which means it needs to be this other thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's process of eliminating, kind of moving through things and helping me figure stuff out in that regard. But I mean, I got a CT. I got a CT of my abdomen Friday.
With or without contrast?
The one on Friday is without. And
Okay.
then I've got one in a couple of weeks that is with.
Yeah.
That is covering a larger area and is a bit less specific in what it's looking for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How do you do with contrast?
I haven't pissed myself yet.
Valid answer. Valid answer.
I haven't pissed myself yet. It has every time felt like I have. I don't.
It's funny. Every time when I had that, they were like, "Oh yeah, it might make you feel like you're going to pee yourself." I've never had that problem. My problem has been, holy shit! I feel like I have the Mount St. Helens getting to erupt out of my asshole.
Ah, okay. No, the sensation truly does feel like your bladder has released.
Mm.
It's fucked
Yeah,
up. It's real.
I have not had that.
It's real fucked up. It feels like the bladder has released and it spreads in a way that it's just like, okay, I'm going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, did not experience that. Mine was all definitely like the first time that they did that, I was deep in the middle of 2024, actively trying to not expire, and man, I thought that I was just shitting a fucking diaper full right there on the fucking CT machine.
Ow, ow! All this talk of shit reminds me. And this is gonna be really sad because I can't even remember the term. But I learned, and I don't know why I tell this story because it has absolutely no value if I don't know the term. But I frequently feel like I gotta go, and I go and go, and I have very little production.
Uh-huh.
There is a term for that.
I know this too. I've heard this. There is a term.
It's
I can't remember what the word is,
right.
but yeah, I've heard
I
that
think
there
it.
is a name for that.
Yeah, I learned that when I started seeing the new GI people, and I was like, "Wait, there's a term for this?" And she looked at me and she's like, "Oh yeah,
Yes, a term beyond the phrase disappointed.
yeah." I was like, "Wow, okay." And then I just suddenly felt really validated
Yeah.
because it was like, "Oh my God, that happens to me all the time," and to know that there's even a term for it, I just felt really seen.
Definitely.
So I don't know.
Yeah, whenever you find out you're not the only person suffering from something is even if you can't bear the experience, knowing somebody else is going through it too is welcome.
You mean there's someone else out there in the world who has to keep a bucket next to the shower? I mean, I don't have to do that right now, but there was a period of time.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where, you do
A
what you got
bucket
to
is a good
do.
idea. Usually I just stomp it into the drain.
I mean, listen,
It's never happened. I'm being gross. I'm just saying
I
that's
know, I
never
know.
happened.
Most recently in 2024, there would have been no need to stomp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like zero need.
But
'Cause
it would
not
be a Jackson Pollock against the back wall of the shower, right?
probably yeah. Is that was a 2024 was a not good, no
I
good.
feel I envy anyone listening to this shit.
Hey, we're
This is real
giving you
discussions,
the
man.
realest shit right now, man.
And
Like,
Two
and
fools rushing the real world.
well, and hold on a moment. Now, I mean, yeah, it's maybe a graphic depiction of medical stuff, but at the same time, we are also talking about successes.
yeah,
True,
yeah.
true.
I mean,
So it's just like all this is all the bad
It's
stuff
not
we
doom and
were.
gloom. It's
It's like
hey, it takes work, but
it's looking back in a humorous way at the just absolute nightmare we've endured to get to where we are.
yeah. I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wanted to share pictures from last Monday because I don't know the last time that my innards looked that good.
oh, from your test?
Yeah, like legit. It's been a very long time since things looked that good.
I I know what you mean. Yeah. So I am probably looking at sometime in the next couple of months some kind of surgery. Uh,
Oof.
to go in and manually inspect the small bowel because things don't get in the other scopes don't get there proper.
Oh, so you're talking like actual like not a scope procedure.
I'm talking a like this is a beyond the scope because the scope doesn't go far enough.
Yeah. Ooh,
Like surgery.
I am sorry to hear that.
And I don't know, man. I'm kind of on board because like I need answers.
Sure. Totally get that.
And it's like
Yeah.
the best Nicole and I have been able to chart is that like my numbers really started to become volatile and awful not long after I stopped drinking, which doesn't
Which
necessarily make any sense.
no, it doesn't because the alcohol would act as a blood thinner,
Uh-huh.
which with ulcerative colitis should make things worse.
Yeah.
Like, a lot worse.
And so the lack of it should, in theory, then cause an improvement.
Correct.
It did not.
Because
So yeah, so that's been fun.
I would have expected very similar results to mine when I quit vaping, quit nicotine, all that, like, because that constricts things.
Mhm.
That did have a negative effect on me quitting smoking. But got through that. It was kind of funny when a medical professional actually said, maybe you should consider smoking again for a little bit while we get this under control.
Wow.
Yeah. That was when I was going through my personal super anemia problems.
My doctor once told me, listen, you and I both know that smoking can help it, but I don't want you to smoke.
Right. It's like, okay, well, you don't want me to.
He also threw a
but
bro in there somewhere.
Yeah. Was that E?
That was Dr. Paul.
Okay.
That's my GP. He regularly calls me bro, and I regularly feel like I disappoint him. So it's good.
Yeah. I feel bad that your time with Dr. E ended the way it did. I totally get why it did. Like, don't get me wrong. But I have not had that same experience. He did tell me that my pseudo polyps looked beautiful. It was really weird.
That is kind of a strange thing to tell a person. But
yes.
I get his perspective on things and not going super into it because I was somebody else's patient and not under his care. So I to a point I can get it. But it's just at the same time, like, I feel like it should have been made a bigger deal than it was.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No, I 100% agree. Yeah. And I think that is probably the one sticking point I would have with him is I feel like if he's not the one who did the scope, or if he's not your primary doctor for that thing, it's probably not the same experience. Well, I know it's not the same experience. Let me say it that way, because he did not do my original scope because he was booked out for multiple months, and the ER said, well, my original scope this last time, the first one of the latest round, he was booked out. It would have been like multiple months. The ER wanted it done ASAP. So Sander was the only one who was available. So that's, well, that's the choice, right?
You're doing what you gotta.
Right. So, he was, I don't want to say he was butthurt, but he was less than thrilled to be, as he put it, picking up the pieces of somebody else's. Like, well, that's not quite the same thing, but okay.
Sounds butthurt that he was getting sloppy seconds from somebody else's ass play.
Yeah. Gotta say though, the anesthesiologist I had this last time, actually had a sense of humor. I've not had that experience.
Oh shit! Did I tell you guys what happened when I went in for the pill cam?
No.
Okay, so I was that blue Hawaiian shirt that I like to wear. That was my dad's.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm wearing that. I'm wearing I'm wearing a local cryptid hat. She's like, "Oh wow, I really like your shirt." I'm like, "Cool, thanks." Um, and then she's like, "Oh, I love your hat too." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And these are like college age girls that are working the front desk. And so I go and I sit down, and the girl that just told me she liked my shirt just randomly out of fucking nowhere just goes, "John Cena," and then starts doing his fucking entrance theme.
What?
Was it Jeff Bookman Day at the doctor?
Like she just starts going do 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 do, like doing his fucking entrance thing, and this continues for a while, and there are other adults around, and no one fucking acts like this is weird, out of place, or uncommon in any way.
Okay. I mean, cool.
Take it as the gift it was.
I was just like, wow, that's all right. Y'all are fun here.
Yeah. Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. So I just realized what time it was.
It is.
I should handle my dogs.
Yep.
After that, if you guys want to talk some more, on or off recording, that's fine. If you want to do something else, that's fine.
We could talk card game.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I'll kill the stream.
It's not
Okay.
not to make